Good afternoon and welcome back to Tamalpais High School. We just finished a very exciting game with the men's varsity team. The Tamalpais Redhawks defeated Redwood by 1 goal. We are about to see the women's game between Tamalpais High School and Redwood High School, cross-county rivals. Before we get underway, playing for Tamalpais High School tonight, actually on the roster, Sophia Hamner in goal. Maddie O'Horn Thornton wears number 2. Sophia Brooks, number 3, wearing number 4, her sister, Abby Brooks. Abigail Mall in cap number 5. Avery Emerson, cap 6. Jessica Bukowski, cap number 7. Wearing cap number 8, Anna Plant. Maya Layden wears number 9. Sophia Hatfield, 10. Izzy O'Horn Thornton, number 11. Lauren Terry, number 12. Phoebe Greathouse wears 14. Skylar Stewart in number 15. And Liza Lachter in number 16. And for the Redwood Giants playing varsity water polo, Stella Chico, number 1. Cassidy Allen, 2. Gwen Kallmeyer, 3. Libby Hughes, number 4. Charlotte Wolfert, number 5. Livy Selden in 6. Claire Henry, number 7. Annie Goldstein wears cap number 8. Sydney Mosley in 9. Annika Dane in 10. Pearl Thompson, number 11. Larkin Stodolnik in 12. Catherine DeForest wears cap 13. Lainey Wank in 14. And Adela Frender in cap 16. And right before we get underway, I would like to introduce a very special guest, none other than varsity men's coach Bob Castell.
Oh,
welcome.
Nice to be here. Always great.
I'm completely unmatched in water polo IQ, so I'm fully expecting to get a lesson sitting next to you. It's going to rub off on me.
Careful what you ask for.
No. I'm expecting tips and secrets and tricks of the trade, and they're off with the sprint right in front of us in the foreground. Avery Emerson, cap number 6, wins the sprint. Pass over to Plant from number 2, Maddie UT. Cap number 8, Plant. And Mall passes up. Oh, we call that a steal, right, Coach?
Yes, that's a turnover, and that's what coaches don't like.
Sometimes those can be avoided, I guess. Redwood Giants, number 5 with the ball. Pressure.
Ooh.
Oh, and a little sprint.
Steal for Avery.
Avery Emerson with that. Looks like Abby Mall with the ball. Oh, was that a ball under, Coach?
No, she was fouled from behind. Once the player has the ball and has inside water, and that defender is on he or she's back, it becomes a foul and a chance for a 5-meter, which Maya's going to take here for us. So it's a penalty shot.
Maya Layden, very consistent shot, number 9.
Yep.
And that brings us to it with a score, 1-0 for the home team.
And her mom's next to me, probably quite proud of that.
And number 6, Livy Selden with the ball for Redwood. Pressure from Plant. These two girls play on the same club team, so some of these players know each other pretty well.
These two teams, they all know each other.
Well, yeah.
They all know we all know each other's plays too.
Yes.
Deal.
Goalie Hamner looking for an open teammate. Abby Mall, number 5.
In our game, we called a timeout, and the Redwood players started calling our play before we even did.
Oh. Maddie UT has to make the ball live. That's a new rule, right? You have to throw it up to yourself?
Correct. There has to be space between the ball and your hand.
And that turnover was why?
I think she didn't.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Huh? Didn't throw it up to herself
Correct.
again.
That's
He's called
right.
that. I noticed he called that a lot in the men's game too.
Yes, he did a couple times when he shouldn't have. But
right into that hole.
Ball under. Good defense right there by number 8.
Number 8.
Ooh.
Oh, nice try. Maddie UT just misses to the left. Those of you at home who can't see us, I just want you to know Coach Bob is always prepared, too. He's got a roster in front of him, so he knows who the cap numbers are. Very nice of you to spend extra time at the pool.
Yeah, it's great. Plus, this is a great game. Here comes a kick out on Abby Mall. She got on her back, so it's a 6-on-5 power play for Redwood. Redwood has a new first-year coach.
Yes, I met her today.
Claire Buchanan.
That's right. She played at UCSB, she told me, and played professionally in Greece.
That's too bad for Tam.
Yeah.
When those good coaches show up over there.
She said this is their first game today. Oh, a little high over the top of the cage. I guess Redwood hasn't had any out-of-county games, so they've had a few scrimmages. Today marks their first game.
First real game. Yeah, no, for some reason they chose to not schedule any out-of-town games.
So Tam High comes to this game 2-0 in league play and 4-1 overall.
Nice.
That's number 3, Gwen Kallmeyer. It's really nice to have Coach Bob here because he can help me decipher the sign language from the referee.
That was Lauren Terry, and she was holding the driver.
One of the things I learned is that the referee, when he's giving out the number, he gives up a fist, and that means 10. And then whatever else he adds, in that case it was 2 fingers. So there's your 12, and that's for cap number 12. Okay,
yes.
Maul with the ball again. Oh, shoots! Takes it in herself!
Abby, great shot. Yes, deciphering the referee signals can be interesting. Zach Monzie's one of our assistant coaches who played at Cal, said he liked the big number because he could look up and see the referee making fists and all kinds of things and know right away that was him.
It's kind of like, it's almost like they're giving signals from third base. Sometimes it's so complicated, the hand gestures. Oh, a little tussle there. Abby steals it. Oh, Maya Layden, number 9, looking to shoot. Oh, trying to get a handle on it. Yeah. Oh, and she gets it in that top right corner of the cage.
Great effort, very strong. She's going to be a problem for Redwood today.
That young lady has an arm.
She's a handful.
She has a backhand, too.
Yeah, no, and she's been injured, so it's good to see her back in the water.
Pressure with Selden.
Offensive foul.
Was she pushing or what?
She was pushing. The passer had her left arm up too high. You can push, but you have to keep it down low.
And she shoots again. Oh, she likes that corner, huh?
Cross cage, upper corner, lovely shot.
Wow. And 4-0.
4-0. Looking good. It gives Paul and the bench a lot of advantage. They can sub a little more liberally when you're up 4-0 and get some of your big guys, big players, some rest.
So Abby Brooks comes in the game, junior. Her sister Sophia also on the team and in the water right now wearing cap number 3.
Again, offensive. He's going to call that, so the players are going to need to adjust to that.
They
but
have
he's
to
going
figure
call
that out, huh? Layden comes up with it. Oh, just misses wide right. That would be the 4-5 side, yes?
Yes, she would like that one back.
Yeah, I bet she would. And Maul gets the ball. Oh, tried a little skip shot, huh? That's Cassidy Allen for Redwood in cap number 2. Oh.
You see, that's not his call. But
so the guy on the other side of the pool should be.
That's what I think.
And what was it? Just a that was a common foul.
There's no. She was holding. Someone was holding, and he detected it. So I guess that's how the referees are now. If someone sees it.
So.
But the near side referee chose to not call it, and the far side referee chose to call it. So you figure.
And a goal for Redwood. That's their first, so 4-1, and several substitutions for the Giants.
The UOP college coach did a major analysis akin to Billy Bean's Moneyball, and tried to determine what was the number one factor for kickouts. And it turned out that the number one factor is, what do you think? I'll tell you at home, it's the score. Whoever is behind has a better chance of being on the recipient end of a kick out. As the referees they like a close game.
Wow. Nice.
So sometimes the team that's way ahead is getting terrible calls because the referees will favor the losing team. It can be very frustrating.
For sure. So there was tough drive in there and then just a turnover?
Yes. Too many passed into it, too big of a crowd.
Oh, we need some defense here. Yep. Oh, nice. Very nice from the goalie, Sophia Hamner.
Oh, so she knocked the ball into the lane line, which is technically out of bounds. They don't always call that, but once it hits the lane line, right in front of them, he's got
the 2 meter, they get to bring it in, right?
They get it. It's like out of bounds.
You saw her throw it up to herself. That's that new rule.
Yep, getting it live. We say get it live. You'll hear the people yell that. Oh, boy.
Wow, a lot of whistles already. Another kick out. So number 10 for Redwood, Sydney Mosley with the ball. Ooh, got eerily quiet all of a sudden.
Got a good crowd here today, too, huh?
Yeah, well, it's not the kind of crowd the men on it.
Oof.
We are working on it, Coach. So we have
I don't know what
a little conference happening here between the refs.
I think there might have been an illegal entry or something. I don't know. Let's see. What do you call it? What's going on?
So we have Ian Madrano standing on the near side of the pool in front of us, the announcing, on the camera side of the pool, and Doug Arth, who is on the far side of the pool where the bleachers are. And they're conferencing by the diving board. Here he comes.
Desk error, we're gonna be even.
Okay, the referee said it was a desk error, which happens, and so the teams are now even up.
Hold on, wait for my important whistle. Wait, we're even.
So even meaning it's not 6-on-5 anymore.
Correct, it's 6-on-6. That I think there was some confusion if the player entered too soon, and I guess it was determined that maybe, but the desk waved her in, so all is forgiven. So Redwood has dumped the ball when there's only a few seconds left on the shot clock. It's a good strategic play to just throw the ball to where the other team can't get it. Here comes Soph.
Oh! That was like one of those Steph Curry passes from downtown. Isn't that what they say?
Yes, a splash. That would have been a splash sister for Soph.
A splash sister. I like that.
Well, the new rules this year let the goalie go as far out as they want. It previously was they could only go to half court. Now they lose their two hands privilege, but it opens up a whole new offensive strategy when you can have your goalie come all the way and basically 7-on-6.
You've added a shooter too,
exactly right. And a lot of times, especially true in our case, the men's case, they're the best shooters.
Well,
and Sophie's one of the best shooters too.
You had that really tight game. Was it De La Salle? And Nikita had a goal late in the game, if I recall.
He had the game tying goal with like 4 seconds left. I happen to recall that one.
Gee.
I've only watched the replay 40 times.
So this doesn't get old, does it? Season after season? I mean,
no,
it seems like you are as excited by the good plays as ever.
Oh, this is the fun part of it, especially the Redwood games. I mean, it's always close. I knew it was going to be, these are going to be one goal games. And, yeah, I'll miss this. But I'll look forward to coming and being on the deck and just yelling at the referees and not worried about.
You don't have to have so much decorum when you're a fan.
Right.
For those of you listening who may not know, Coach Bob is in his final season. We just wanted to stretch it out, so we had a little COVID to postpone it a little so we could keep him around a little longer. But this is number 19?
Yes, yes. 19. And I thought it'd be done in November.
So do you know the origin of the boneheads term?
Barely. Back in the 80s, I think, there was a bunch of guys that just started calling themselves the bonehead. It was probably a drug reference.
I mean, the kids have caps, right, that say that on them.
Yes, yes.
Boys and girls.
Yep.
It's funny.
Okay, 4-1. We won that quarter. Sometimes
Okay.
that's all you try to do. Just win a quarter at a time, and guess what? You're on your way. Avery sprinting again. Sometimes a savvy sprinter can get a little bit of a cheat, but doesn't look like Avery doesn't have it in her.
A little jump.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she gets it anyway.
It seemed like they got there at exactly the same time somehow. Maddie UT gets the ball. Maul with the ball now. Oh, and a turnover.
Oh, no.
And again now.
Oh, no. It was her free pass, and she interfered. Abby Maul did. You're not allowed to do that.
Oh,
Ouch.
wow.
That really hurts because it's unnecessary, and Abby, probably, arguably, you know, one of our top players, and now has 2 fouls, 2 majors, and that's easily avoidable. So what she did was she knocked away a free pass, which she should have just kept her hands to herself.
Ooh. Wow.
But she'll tell the coach. She goes, "I didn't hear the whistle." That's what she'll say, and it's probably true. Could well be true.
Well, there's a lot of whistles too.
That's right, and sometimes their head's underwater, so you can understand it.
Avery Emerson there on the right side. Shoot, Anna. Nice shot by Plant.
Great shot, great shot, big goal, 5-1.
Good time for a goal, yes.
Well, 5-2, excuse me.
Pressure over there from Layden. And we've switched sides now. We have Doug Arth on our side of the pool. And Ian has moved to the bleacher side. Oh,
It matters because the bench can talk to the referee, but you can't talk to that referee over there. So it's better when Doug's on your side.
steal for Tam, by the way.
Doug, by the way, was a star water polo player back in the day at Cal.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he was a great player, Olympic level player. Nice block by the Redwood goalie. Which you wouldn't know by looking at him. He's not a big guy, but
No,
he
he's
was a
not.
terrific player at Cal. And
This is that time of night where it gets a little tricky to see when you have a sunny side and a shady side of the pool.
And the team should be aware of that the goalie now is looking into the sun. The Redwood goalie is looking into the sun. So you might be a little more aggressive with your shooting. But they're going to switch in a little bit, so.
Yeah. Oh. How much what are we not seeing under the water? Is it as bad as everybody says?
Yes. It's especially in the one of the aspects. Nice block, so.
Nice block, Sophia.
I've had women tell me that it's worse for them because their suits are bigger and there's more to grab. You can grab onto the whole suit, whereas with the men's, you know, the men wear their suits very tight and it's a little harder to get a hold of it. but mostly holding. Mostly holding. You know, it's not.
Pass into traffic, gets away from Plant and Layden. Oh, almost. Abby Brooks defending there. Charlotte Wolfert with the ball for Redwood.
Inside water, it's going to be a 5 meter. You see, that's the play I was talking about. She was inside water, which means she's facing the goal with the defender on her back and in a position to score a goal. And these days it's practically automatic, the 5 meter call, which counts as a major.
Because the defender
is on her back.
is right on top of her.
On her back.
Swimming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So a offensive player aspires to get that player on your back, and the defender doesn't want to do that. So that's part of the wrestling that goes on. Yeah.
Sophia, she has a tremendous amount of saves this season. I think I counted up 50 before tonight.
She knows what she's doing, and when you block a 5 meter shot, it boosts the whole team and deflates your team. You saw in our game, Nikita blocked 2 of them, and we won by 1 goal.
That's right. Well, Tam's played 5 games up till now, and if she has 50 saves, she's averaging 10 per game.
Ball underwater, excellent defense by Avery.
And so I'm holding the ball, and the defender is savvy enough to push my hand under, right?
That's exactly right.
And that's a strategy.
It's a great defensive play, and called a ball under almost every time.
Across the pool to Plant.
It's a little ironic because really you're the one pushing the ball into water.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Layden's got it. Oh, almost.
Strong move.
Yeah, no hesitation either.
Strong move. Mm-hmm. 5-2. I feel like we're in control of this game.
Well, you're very relaxed. It's very pleasurable to sit next to you and just. I'm sure it's a little different when it's your coaching job, when you're coaching, but it's great to learn and hear your insight. Oh, that's like a game of chicken. It's just sort of.
She's strong. That number 3 is strong.
Yeah, that is Gwen Kallmeyer.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing out there.
It'll be 5-3.
5-3. I should have kept my mouth shut on this one.
Yeah, you're jinxing it now, Coach Bob. So Layden and Abby Brooks out. Sophia Brooks in, number 3.
Okay, JV girls now going to run in front of us and get ready for the game, their game.
Wow, 10 seconds left. Jessica Bukowski has just entered the game, number 7, with the ball. Not much time. Oh, nice try. Izzy Olhorn Thornton, a pair of twins on the girls' team, Madeline and Isabel.
2 good players.
2 good players, 2 good swimmers.
And a dad that helps on the desk. What more could you ask for?
Right? That's the whole team. Oh, and the mom is helping with the stats. And wouldn't you know, they have 2 younger siblings who are a pair of twins.
Oh, nice. Did I tell you? You know, I have twin grandchildren now.
I do know that. I bet you're hoping to visit them a little more in the coming months.
Soon. They're in Seoul, Korea, where my son's a diplomat with the State Department, and we haven't got to meet him yet.
Oh, still?
They're 15 months old.
Oh, Coach Bob, that's...
All right, ejection on number 5 for White, holding.
Number 5, Charlotte Wolfert.
And Paul calls a timeout. He wants to set something up on this 6-on-5. He knows he could use a goal right now.
Yeah, he could. 5-3.
5-3.
Tam holding a lead with a minute 21 remaining in the second period.
Looks like GP Panowick is going to...
Another Cal.
Big time Cal.
Player.
Great player in his day. Played professionally. Oh no, the staff. We joke the TAM staff between the men and the women. We could beat any other coaching staff. That even includes me in the water.
And Coach Amy Gardner. And where did you play?
I played in high school and in junior college and 1 year at Stanford.
I'm sitting next to a Stanford Cardinal as a Berkeley
How's it
grad
feel?
over here.
How's it feel?
It's a little uncomfortable now. I'm a little itchy. The tree's kind of prickly.
Some of my favorite people are
Completely
Cal
teasing.
Bears. Go Bears. Go
Turns
Cal
out some
Bears.
of my favorite people graduated from Stanford.
How about this? You know, Lucien Roos on our team is headed off to Stanford.
Oh, I did not know
Yes,
that.
he is, and he will be the class of 25.
Wow.
I'm the class of 75, so that's 50 years.
Coach
Put your
Bob.
arms around that.
Well, I just
50
turned 51. If I can kind of relate to that number now.
50 years.
Wow.
He told me he was the class of 25. I thought, oh no.
Wow. And his brother's at Princeton,
His
right?
brother's at Princeton. Lucien had a choice, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
That must be nice.
yeah, no kidding. Sharp kid. Probably our smartest water polo player too. He knows
And
what's
that's
going on out
saying
there.
a lot, right? Water polo players average some of the highest GPA of all athletes.
Absolutely. You know, the teachers I've talked to are always happy when water polo players are in their class. And I used to always joke, if I had a daughter, I'd be happy if she married a water polo player.
Well, of course, now we just say it's pretty cool that your daughter can be the water polo player.
There
right?
you, exactly. Yeah, when I was in high school, they didn't have
bet-
water polo. Great shot by
I
Abby.
bet they didn't. Number 5, Maul. That's at least her second for the game, maybe even her third.
Well, whatever GP told him worked.
It worked.
Maybe he told him something totally different. By the way, I'm glad to see GP here. You know, his wife's expecting their third.
He told me due in September, which makes the two youngest just over a year apart, I think.
Comes another 5 meter. Yep.
Oh.
See, this number 3, this girl is strong, and I think that Tam's going to have to adjust a little bit to stop her, because I don't think the other players are going to. Look at this,
Another
penalty
save.
block, unbelievable.
Wow, Sophia, that's just amazing.
Here it comes.
Fast
Here comes a 5
reflexes.
meter here, maybe. Nope. Oh.
Oh. Wow.
Very aggressive play there by Sophia, and worked. It paid off.
Coming out of the cage
She came.
like that.
She came very far out. I was a little nervous.
Me too. Abby Brooks. Back to Lauren
I think
Terry.
the referees are being a little more.
And Plant follows the ball.
Oh,
Oh, nice try. That's hard effort.
2-1. Knock it down. Oh, that's the first half.
That's just like that with the score 6-3. Tam in the lead. Always a contest.
This one okay? This is okay.
And we will be with you. And we have a little something to show you, I think. So our illustrious crew just showed you a little video about really how we got here at all. Courtesy of the TAM Boosters and the TAM High Foundation. Both of those organizations invested in the equipment that is bringing you both this game and, frankly, all of the sporting events that we've been able to bring you in this delayed and truncated COVID year. And thanks to that investment, which purchased the initial cameras, headset microphones, sound equipment, and laptops, we're able to have TAM TV. But going forward, we would love to be able to bring you more games and, frankly, to be able to have guests and co-announcers like we've had tonight at all the games. I'm able to have Bob Costell with me tonight because we had an extra mic because a different game wasn't happening. So any contribution that you're willing to make to the TAM High Foundation or the TAM Boosters or both will sustain TAM TV into the future. And we, of course, are grateful for your presence here on YouTube. I know that we've been able to reach family members not only locally, but in other states, in other towns that are not able to normally get to games. I think it's a big boost for the players and the families alike. Coach Bob has stepped away to get his jacket. I think because he's a coach, he gets to sit on the sunny side of the pool most of the time. But those of us on the crew, we're stuck in the shade lately. Speaking of, I want to thank my director and, frankly, the mastermind behind TAM TV, Iona Scobie, and her husband, Derek. I think it would be fair to say that, over your kitchen table, you guys came up with this idea?
I think Amal came up with the idea, and then Derek and I, and the TAM High Foundation, and Derek and I have just helped.
So I'm understanding from the modest woman next to me that Amo, the athletic director here at TAM High, came up with the idea, and Iona and her husband Derek decided that they could help. Their children are in middle school, so they're not even at TAM yet. We also have John Mall working the camera tonight. Theo Emerson did the first half, and I believe we have multiple cameras on our shoot tonight. Again, that's all courtesy of the TAM High Boosters and the TAM High School Foundation. Oh, would you like some audio?
Yes, otherwise I can't talk. And actually, no way. Am I back? Yeah, here. Yeah, TAM Boosters. You saw in the De La Salle game, our scoreboard broke and all of our shot clocks broke. And so we went to TAM Boosters and said, we need 4 new shot clocks. That's $5,000. And within a day, we had it. So
that's so amazing. We're so lucky because I know that the cost of sports exceeds the budget. And the parents really have a lot to do with that, too. So thanks to everybody out there who contributes. We are about to start the action here in the second half. We have changed sides.
And it looks like the sun is gone down and probably won't be much of a factor at all, really, maybe for a few minutes here. So
and
good timing.
The sprint. Ooh, this is going to be a close one. Emerson did not actually win that one. Number 9 for Redwood, that is Sydney Mosley. And she's got the ball again.
I wonder if that's a Johnny Mosley.
I was wondering the same thing.
Betcha. There's a steal.
Oh, a steal by Maya Layden. Number 9 for TAM, cap 9. And Avery Emerson is up, but here goes the pass to Emerson.
There you go.
Maddie UT in the whole set position. Oh, just couldn't get a handle on the ball. Too bad. Pressure from Mall.
Abby's got to be a little careful. She's got 2 fouls, so.
That's right. Up, Lauren Terry guarding over there. Shot clock winding down. And, hits the crossbar. Am I allowed to call it that?
It is a crossbar.
Okay.
The whole ball has to go across the goal line, not just some of it or most of it, but all of it.
And Maul again into Maya Layden in set. Oh. Oh, Maddie UT just nearly makes it. Don't think the whole ball crossed the goal line, huh?
Nope, half did, but he ate it all.
One of the things that I like about the seat we have is you really can hear the players talk to each other. The communication is great. There's a steal. Oh.
You can hear them yelling, but you miss. I miss some of the personal interaction, when they're talking to each other about certain things. Can't hear that, but you can hear them when they're yelling
They
plays.
probably are glad we can't hear some of that, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Very nice try.
I had a teammate once that ate a bunch of garlic before a game, so
On purpose?
on purpose, so that he had terrible breath. And
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's a unique strategy for sure.
I don't think it was a very good one. Ooh.
Oh, cage is a little empty. Oh, that's just a tough break.
Yes. Although good hustle by the Redwood player to spot that rebound. Looks like
Number 16 for Redwood. Adela Frender. Goal for Adela.
What year is she? She looks young.
She is grade 10, sophomore.
She looks young.
They have a freshman on this team too, Catherine DeForest, cap number 9. I'm cap number 13, pardon me.
How many seniors do they have?
Looks like
4?
2, 4.
4 seniors, so they're fairly young, which can be a good thing and a bad thing, right?
Yes, Tam has more than that, 6 or 8, I think.
Yes, well, there they are up on the wall.
Oh, that's right, we added all those wonderful banners.
Goal for Abby Mole.
Excellent. I think that might be number 4 for Maul. Hey, how are my statistician friends doing? How many goals is that for Maul tonight? Was that number 4? 3 for Abby? Thank you.
3 out of our 7.
Pressure from Maul. Pass.
So Avery's got to leave. Look at Avery's going to leave early. She's going to be open way down deep left.
What do they call that when you take off before the play's over? On the counter?
Yes,
she swims up on the counter?
Attack, yes, and sometimes it's cheating. Not
you
really.
Could you could get caught, I guess.
Right.
Oh, and Plant. Oh, that was Layden. Excuse me, Layden with a beautiful.
Great pass from Abby to a great shot to Maya. That's it right
assist.
There.
Beautiful. I'm going to say that must be 3 or 4 for Layden. 4. That was the 4th goal for Layden.
So there you go. Those are all our goals.
So,
Avery and Maya.
Maul has 3. Maya Layden has 4, and Plant has 1.
Oh, that's right.
And that makes
great
8.
Shot, yeah.
I don't know a lot about water polo, but I can add. My day job, I have to add sometimes. Okay.
Look at them in set. Ooh.
Yeah, they're wrestling in there.
She's strong. Your daughter is strong, isn't she? Here it comes. You see, Abby is released early, and Abby is...
Yeah. Oh, but now she's in... Sometimes it works, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It worked that time. It's a little bit of a risk reward, right? I mean, if you're on the weak side, the weak side being the side away from the ball, and the shot clock is winding down, you can kind of anticipate. You slide up, and as soon as you see that ball leave the passer's hand, you take off.
So that's a real judgment call by the player. Then.
Yes, it takes experience.
Which Abby has as a senior.
Yep.
By the way, headed to UC San Diego, recruited to UC San Diego.
Oh, she'll do great there.
You have a few players going there
Yes,
too, right?
we do. We have 2 players. Our goalie Nikita Valjev and Connor Stauffer also going there. So we have 3.
That's great.
And I think they'll all play. They'll all play Division I water polo.
that's really exciting. And that was a goal for the Redwood Giants. We're at 9-5, Tam ahead. 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes remaining in the third period.
Oh,
Ejection for
on Redwood.
number 6, that's Livy Selden. Pass over to Izzy UT, back to Plant. Emerson shoots, and in it goes.
There you go. Well done.
That's Avery Emerson, first goal today.
Coaches think you should make 100% of your 6-on-5s. The
Wow.
reality is you don't, but a lot of times you can. I'll be very curious to look at our last game, what the 6-on-5 count were. Seems like both teams were pretty good at them.
So those are things you keep track of, right? If you had 6-on-5 situations, how many of them?
You'd hope to be, 3 or 4 at least, right? Out of 6.
Uh-huh.
I mean, actually, you'd hope to be all of
I was
them.
going to say you'd hope to be all of them. You're the
Right.
coach.
Right.
Tam making some substitutions here. Abby Brooks, number 4, in. Right here with the guarding number 4 for Redwood. Avery Emerson putting pressure on the Redwood player. Oh. I'm running out of time. Not sure what was just
Called
called.
a kick
but-
out on your daughter.
Anna Plant just got her first exclusion foul today. So Redwood has 6. And the right over the cage. So if the goalie had tipped it and it went over, then
Then it becomes the
the other team gets the ball?
the shooting team retains possession of the ball at the 2-meter line. If a field player blocks it, then it comes to the field player's team. It's not. It becomes a turnover.
Okay.
It's sort of counterintuitive in some way.
I think so.
Because like in basketball, whoever touches it last, it's the other team.
Yeah,
right?
you lose the ball.
Right.
Oh, boy, is that nice defense in there.
But in water polo, if the goalie knocks it out, you retain possession of the ball on the 2-meter line. And if a field player blocks it, which happens a lot, we work on that a lot, field blocks, you get the ball. So it's great.
Ooh, Layden trying to keep that ball.
The referees like to keep the game moving.
Oh,
Well, she can shoot that because she's outside the 6-meter here, this yellow marker here.
and
She's
that's
outside.
also a new rule, correct?
It used to be outside the 5. They moved it back.
Because the girls were getting, the players were getting pretty good at the 5?
Maybe that's that. They didn't explain it to me. The rules have changed a lot. When I played, actually, the goalies were not allowed to throw the ball past half court. And fouls were counted, like basketball, so you could foul out of the game.
Oh,
So the game really changed a lot once they introduced the idea of common fouls not really being.
so now you can have as many common fouls. It doesn't matter how many common fouls.
And it's part of the strategy of the game, right? Foul them, foul them, foul them. That kind of stuff. There's no real dangerous pass. So the Redwood parents are pretty quiet over there so far.
Yeah.
Well, they lost the first 2 games. It looks like this one might go the same. So we love a 4-game sweep. That's
Oh,
what we
yeah.
love.
Well, we're counting on the JV then, too. And Emerson shot from the 6-meter line.
Well, the clock was running out
And
of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
10-5. I like it.
That feels a little more confident than 6-4 or whatever we had before.
Agreed.
So
So there's a I see Jackson Hetler, Paul's older son, leaving the pool deck. Jackson was a star player. In fact, he's the all-time leading scorer for the men.
Is that right?
Yes.
Humble young man.
Yes.
Coach Paul doesn't ever really talk about that too much either.
Jackson was a terrific player. He scored over 300 goals for us. Started as a freshman. Played at Cal. And then got a summer internship working for
the Vice President of the United States.
That's right.
Before she held that title, right? She was a senator?
Yes, she was U.S. California's senator, and he worked in her office. It's good to have friends in high places.
I would say. Do you, when you say he was the all-time scoring leader, does that mean his total scores in over the 4 years?
Correct. He scored in his 4-year TAM career, which included varsity. He scored over 300. I think it's 330-something goals. I forget the exact number, but.
Because I believe there was a young woman in our sphere of influence, another Stanford student, Ms. Samantha Sternfeld. Didn't she have something like 155 in one season in her senior year?
She probably surpassed Jackson. I was speaking only of the men, but she probably did. She was a prolific scorer.
I wasn't suggesting. I heard you say men. I just was curious if you meant over the 4 years or in
no, I don't. I think I'd be willing to bet you Samantha had more goals than anybody.
Hard to I mean, the game is a little different between the men the men and the women.
A little. Samantha was a special player, though. I mean, good heavens.
I believe that that was like the most goals in the country that year or something.
I believe it, and I give this TAM team a lot of credit. I wasn't sure. It's a big drop off when you lose a star player like that, and they're good.
Yes, they this is the first season they've played since she finished.
Yep.
I think her mom might even be watching tonight if I check my text messages.
Oh, Ashley, how you doing?
Hello, Ashley.
We're big fans of your daughter, Ashley.
We sure are, and you were a pretty great team mom. Nice pressure by number 8. Oh.
So the good news is that Samantha has a little brother named Andrew who's going to be a TAM next year.
That's right. She has 2 little brothers. Oh, but one of them is a runner. He chose not to be in the water sport.
Yep. So Andrew's got some big shoes to fill. We won't put too much pressure on him. Oh.
What was that? He made her just let the ball go.
I think she didn't.
Oh, she didn't make it live?
She didn't put the ball in play.
He's making that funny motion.
Yes.
I'm talking about the referee,
yes.
for those of you that can't
yes.
see the camera on the referee. Oh, and she tipped it. Sophia Hamner tipped it, and she defends it.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, Coach Paul doesn't like that any more than Coach Bob. Oh, and now we have a card.
Paul Hetler just got a yellow card.
Yellow is like a warning?
Yes, that means sit down and shut up.
It means don't yell at me from across the pool again, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty quick trigger there. Especially since, frankly, these guys have been very quiet the whole game, near as I could tell. So he's got a very thin skin.
The ref?
The referee,
yeah.
Yes, not Paul. Paul just said that. Paul just didn't agree with that call.
Oh.
It's too bad because half the fun of coaching is yelling at the referees.
Oh, at least you're honest.
Well, and some you learn, which ones you can yell at and how much and so on. This guy, obviously, you can't yell. You can't even say.
No. Jessica Butkowski, number 7, with the pass into Abby Mall. Oh, nice try.
Ooh, that's a hard foul. I'm surprised they didn't call that. 10-5, 6 minutes to go.
Pressure.
Good D.
He likes that whistle. Number 8 for Redwood with the ball.
We'll ask him later, but I'd be willing to bet you that's the first yellow card Paul Hetler ever got.
Huh. We'll have to ask him. And Sophia Hamner with the ball. Maddie Olhorn Thornton up alone. Here she goes. And a score for Maddie UT. Her first tonight. spreading it around a little bit now.
There you go. So if I were Red Auerbach, I'd get that cigar out right now and smoke that cigar. For those of you old enough to remember. You know the story? He was the legendary Celtics coach, and when he felt like the game was at hand, he would get a big cigar out and fire it up.
Can you imagine if somebody did that in the basketball arena now?
It's so funny.
Big fat cigar.
I told the story to the kids, and that's what they said. They go, "You could smoke in there?" Anyway, oh yeah, okay. There you go. Anyway, I think after
That's
that goal,
funny.
Paul would fire up a big cigar.
It's too late to say he's going to take off his shoes and relax because he hasn't had his shoes on the whole game. Oh, very, very nice effort, individual effort there by Maul, with an assist, of course. Actually, not an individual, a team effort.
I think the University of California, San Diego Tritons are going to be very happy with Miss Abby Maul. That's what I would say.
I would say so, too.
I think that's what they are, the Tritons. Is that right?
The Tritons or the Spartans?
Tritons, I think.
The Tritons. You were right.
Well, one of our great players, Connor King, is there. Connor graduated 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, they had a nice feature in the Marin IJ a few months back when the
Oh yeah, all the
water polo playoffs happened, and they had a story about all the different players.
Mostly Drake players.
Mostly Drake from Marin that were going to appear in all those games and what colleges they were playing for. Yeah, they have quite a machine up there in Sleepy Hollow. Maul. Ball right in front of her.
5 meter.
That was a nice pass by our goalie.
You see how she got inside water there, and
she got the inside water. The defender was right on her back, right?
Yep, and now Claire is not happy with that.
Claire, the Redwood coach.
Claire Buchanan, yes. Welcome to TAM.
Ian Madrano, referee here, is having a conversation with the scoring desk.
They want to take some time off or put some time on, which is always a challenge for the desk. By the way, our desk does a great job. I'm not kidding. We go to other schools, and you can't believe what a fiasco it can be. We have the best set of desk workers of anywhere around. I really do think that, and it makes it a lot easier.
I think he was looking for clarification, actually.
Maybe, yeah.
And
he's smiling. That's the
I
first
know,
time I've seen him
he
smile.
seems quite pleased that the scoring desk gave him exactly the information that he needed.
Okay, Abby's going to put this one away.
Brian Thornton runs a good tight ship over there. Wow.
It's hard to stop. It makes you appreciate how great it is when a goalie does stop it.
And we've seen Sophia stop many of them tonight.
Exactly.
13-5. Just over 4 minutes remaining.
You have some players that don't want to take that, by the way. It could be a little intimidating, even though it should be a sure thing. It could be nerve-wracking.
And I'm sure you don't feel so good if you miss.
You feel terrible. Because it should be a sure thing, right?
Well, and it's one thing if the goalie blocks it, but you also see those misses, which I would think under pressure. Why not? Why wouldn't you? But some girls or boys miss wide.
Yeah.
Or high. And, it's easy for me to say the cage looks big from here.
That's right.
But I'm not treading water.
Well, I say sometimes players will say, I don't want to take it. Let someone else take it. Go. Claire Buchanan has waved the white flag. She's just taking 6 players out and subbing 6.
She did just a full team substitution there.
And they look like they're young players here. That's what I think.
Let's see.
I think she smelled the cigar smoke.
Number 2 is a junior, but number 14 is a sophomore. Yeah, younger players for sure.
I won't be surprised if Paul does the same in a minute here.
He has a few. He has a few substitutions made. Actually, most
Yeah, no, the players
most of the starters
are out.
resting. Not all. Maul and Emerson still in.
Yep.
But we're also seeing playing time now from Liza Lachter, Sky Stewart, Sophia Hatfield.
Oh, the seniors.
Yeah.
Good.
And Sophia Brooks is in too.
Fantastic.
And Sophia Hemner has been in the whole time there in goal.
I've talked to Paul. We want to try to give the seniors a little extra since their season is short, got shortened, etc. Here's Eliza on her way to Michigan.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Oh, yeah. And there's a few. Sky Stewart, I think, headed to the University of Denver. Oh, Abby. Nice
Shot
try.
clock, the shot clock expired.
Ran out of time,
Yep.
huh?
30 seconds to shoot, and you really hope that your other players in the field are yelling, you know, what time is left on the shot clock. So I think they're kind of, in the NBA, we would call this garbage time.
Yeah. But no one, I'm sure there's no competition from the Warriors game, which is going on right now, right? I mean, of course not. They're all watching us on YouTube. Shot clock again. Oh, Emerson had a nice try there, blocked by the goalie. Oh, Maul playing tough. Whoa. She was determined to steal that one. She picked her pocket, I think.
She was, see if she passes here. I bet she does.
Nice.
Unselfish. Good job.
Nice pass to Avery. And Emerson scores.
It's different than in basketball when you have a 2-on-1. In basketball, you stop the ball. In water polo, you pick one, and the goalie will tell you which one to take, and the goalie will set up on the other person. So you don't go back and forth. Anyway, Avery did a great job there. Perfect.
Some substitutions coming back in now. Looks like a few starters back. Also
14-6. That's 3, Steph. That's 3 today.
that is 3. So Lauren Terry and Sky Stewart back and forth. That's Sophia Hatfield with the ball, number 10. Oh, she makes it live. Back to LT. I'm pretty sure her mom's on the scoring desk tonight. Liza Lachter. What was that?
That was an illegal entry.
Oh.
Doug and I are looking at each other laughing because
He didn't see that, right?
he saw it and elected to not
But
call it,
yeah.
given the score and the 1 minute left. But the rule requires that you enter from a specific spot, and she didn't.
Oh, steal from Lauren Terry.
The exact rule would be she would be ejected again.
Wow, big pass to Jessica Bukowski. Going for that corner, almost gets it. Plant right in the middle there of chasing the ball.
So it looks like White touched it last and it hit the end line.
Back up! Back up! Back up!
So one referee just let a illegal entry go.
Oh!
And the other referee insisted on.
I couldn't tell from my angle if that ball went in or not.
No, it didn't.
No,
it
did
went.
not.
It went in front of the cage, the far side.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was a good-looking shot, but
two different personalities here with the refs tonight. Sophia Hamner just like hoovered that up with her hand.
She's strong in there, that's for sure. And she's got an arm too. Look at this. Okay.
Oh, couldn't quite get a handle on it, Liza. Too bad.
All right.
And
great win.
That was time.
Oh, they were solid. Good job.
They were solid. And speaking of solid, what a gift to have your company next to me. Thank you, Coach Bob.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. I'd do it anytime.
Okay, well, you better watch out because I might ask you again.
And if you get any complaints, don't tell me about it.
If I get a complaint, I'll say you told me to say it. Great season. We're off to a great start. Thank you so much,
Coach.
Thank
you, Stephanie. That was fantastic.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
So the next game here for the girls, Tamalpais High School, frankly, the next game for all the teams is Thursday night, and this is a big rivalry, but Drake is an equally big rivalry. We are expecting tough competition that night. They always bring their A game. So 6 o'clock, women's varsity, 5 p.m., men's varsity, if you want to see Coach Bob in action. Pacing, sitting, standing, twirling. But we are always delighted. Coach Bob, give a smile to the YouTube fans. Coach Bob, right there. Class of 75, Stanford, right? And everybody, we are delighted to be here. Thank you so much. I guess I should stand up and represent the UC Berkeley class of 91.
Who's that?
Me.
Oh, you were 91.
Just a tiny bit younger than you. We'll see you Thursday.